Good morning, everyone. My name is Kyle Hibble, and I have the privilege of serving as Chief Operating Officer to El Pomar Foundation. And based on the turnout today and the great energy in this room, clearly there is something exciting happening in Southeast Colorado Springs. Thank you, first off, to Jody Darrington of the Deerfield Hills Community Center for hosting us. Also, what brought us to this point today, at least on the El Pomar side, was hard work from a number of individuals: Kathy Robbins, Lori Bellingham, Mari Tanabe, VJ Brown, Ginny Hill, and Terrell Brown. Thanks to them for their hard work in this effort. Similarly, we thank one of my colleagues at El Pomar, Theo Gregory, whose work over the last 15 years in college readiness and success and emerging leaders has helped inform this effort. When El Pomar was founded in 1937, Spencer and Julie Penrose charged the trustees of El Pomar with enhancing the well-being of the people of Colorado. And over the last few years, the trustees and staff from El Pomar have been truly inspired by the efforts that are going on in Southeast Colorado Springs. To name a few: Southeast Springs Soccer Initiative, Thrive Entrepreneur Initiative, Live Well Colorado Springs, Sand Creek's new makerspace, Silver Key's relocation to this area, the Southeast Y, and Atlas Prep, just to name a few. The question was asked: can we as El Pomar come alongside partners in Southeast Colorado Springs to enhance the well-being of citizens here? That led Kathy Robbins, Lori Bellingham, and her team into researching best practices and interviewing individuals and leaders from the community. The research yielded 3 guiding principles: healthy community, healthy families, and healthy economy. An RFP was issued with the opportunity to receive a $25,000 planning grant in an effort to develop a program or programs which would address these 3 guiding principles. Provided the planning yields actionable results and activities, the individuals and organization that receives this planning grant will have the opportunity to receive $50,000 a year over 7 years for a total of $350,000. It is an effort which is important and necessary to get it started, but it is clearly not sufficient to maintain the effort that will be necessary to ensure healthy families, healthy communities, and a healthy economy. It is truly a community effort. The planning grant award will be provided, this planning grant after the RFP will be provided to El Paso County Public Health on behalf of its RISE project: resilient, inspired, strong, and engaged. El Paso County Health is partnering to ensure a healthy community with KONO, healthy families with YMCA of the Pikes Peak region, and healthy economy with the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce. This is the beginning of the effort, and it's an exciting community effort, as we can see with the energy in this room today. And at this time, I invite Dan Martindale, Director of Public Health for El Paso County, to tell us more about the exciting effort. Dan? That's the first time that's ever happened.
I'm sure. Well, good morning, everyone. Dan Martindale, El Paso County Public Health Director. Gosh, this is exciting, isn't it? This is so exciting. You know, many of us in this room have been working for the last many years to try to come up with ideas and activities and plans to work on some of these things that Mr. Hibble has mentioned here in terms of community, building a strong community, building a strong economy, and ultimately building strong families. On behalf of the RISE Coalition and El Paso County Public Health, we thank the El Pomar Foundation for this wonderful gift that you've given us. So we are forever indebted. This is great. This Southeast Colorado Possibilities Grant will allow us to work on building these things that we've talked about. But it's important to remember that this is a resident-led initiative. As Mr. Hibble stated, it's great. The funding is wonderful. But to sustain these sorts of things and these activities going forward, we need investment by the community and all the organizations represented here and on the RISE Coalition. At the Health Department, we do have our mission, and there are 3 key words in our mission, and those key words are people, prevention, and partnerships. And when you add funding to that, the sky's the limit. So we are so pleased and honored that the Health Department is the lead agency for this initiative. No one organization can make a difference. No one individual can make a difference, as we all know through our work here in Colorado Springs and El Paso County, and that's why it's so important that we do have this RISE Coalition together and all the work that they've been doing. And there are approximately 35 organizations represented on the RISE Coalition. So a lot of strength there, and a lot of knowledge, and a lot of experience. So we all are committed to the highest level of community involvement and improving this community in Southeast Colorado Springs, no matter the person, no matter the neighborhood, and no matter the socioeconomic status of the individuals. Our overall goals then, moving forward with this Possibilities Grant, again, our overall community improvement, build on some of the recent investments that have been made in Southeast Colorado Springs, particularly in the 80910 and 80916 zip codes. We know that Silver Key is just down the block here. They've got their facilities and offices here in this area. Pikes Peak Workforce, for example, Pikes Peak Library District, and there's many others that have been doing a lot of good work in the past and will continue to do so. We also want to be a catalyst for Southeast Colorado Springs residents becoming invested, as I said, becoming invested in their own health and in their own community improvement. This past year, there were funds available through what is called the Build Health Challenge grant. Everything has acronyms. BUILD stands for Bold, Upstream, Integrated, Local, and Data-Driven. Over the last year, many people have been involved in conducting assessments and actually having conversations with people that live here in Southeast Colorado Springs. There were several main priorities that were born from those assessments and conversations. One of those is improving communication with the schools in this area. Another one is increasing employment opportunities. And another one is better access to health care. And I think you can see that these 3 focus areas fit very well with what El Pomar Foundation is all about. We are proud, El Paso County Public Health, to be the lead agency. With that responsibility, we will be the primary fiscal agent. We will be giving oversight and guidance to the resident-led steering committee. And I want to be a little selfish here. And so if these 2 individuals could stand up, since we are the lead agency, I'll take a little time just to, introduce a couple people. Kelly Vivian, are you here? Kelly, would you stand? Kelly is our Development and Strategic Initiatives Officer. She left us and then came back, thank God. And then we have Mina Liebert. Mina, would you stand, please? Mina is our public health planner at the Health Department. These 2 ladies will be responsible for, as we're moving forward, to give guidance and oversight to the steering committee. And I don't want to leave anyone out, but I know that these two ladies, by their bad moods and attitude at the health department, have worked very hard. They work very hard on the application and working with the El Pomar Foundation, Mr. Hibble, and we all should take great pride in the work we've done to bring us to this day. There are 3 main committees that will be working as we move forward, and again, these are all going to be resident-led committees with the help of some of the individuals here to my left. One of the first steps is going to be, as we all are familiar with, creating bylaws. Also, developing organizational structure, and very importantly, developing a community engagement plan. Recruitment of citizens to these 3 main committees will also be one of those responsibilities, and assuring that the RISE Coalition activities are always led by the residents here in Southeast Colorado Springs. So finally, there are 3 lead agencies and representatives here that will be leading and assisting and facilitating these 3 main committees. That's the Healthy Communities, and that will be led by CONO, the Council of Neighborhoods and Organizations, and we have Dave Munger here. Dave, thank you. We've got Healthy Families Committee, led by the YMCA of the Pikes Peak region. Aubrey Day, hi. And we have the Healthy Economy Committee, led by the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce, and representing the chamber is Janet Brugger. Janet? So with that, I will step aside, and again, I really appreciate all of you coming out here today. I want to again give thanks to the El Pomar Foundation, Mr. Hibble. The city of Colorado Springs also has been involved moving us towards this day. So at this time, I'd like to introduce and have our own Mayor Suthers come up and talk about the city. Thank you.
Kyle, I think we should have had a different order for the microphone. Well, my heartfelt thanks to the El Pomar Foundation and El Paso County Health and the RISE Coalition partners for investing in Southeast Colorado Springs. The city, of course, also believes in the potential of this area of Colorado Springs and is investing accordingly. Project funding for Southeast Colorado Springs has been a priority for our Community Development Division for several years, and in 2015 we created a formal target area. In the last 4 years, the city has invested more than $1.8 million through community development, and these funds were used for a variety of purposes, including affordable housing and rehabilitation to include emergency repair, architectural barrier removal, weatherization, lights and locks for seniors, and whole house rehabilitation, including lead and asbestos mitigation. We've also dedicated community development funds for infrastructure and public facilities, including street improvements like sidewalks, curb ramps, bicycle lanes, transit access, stormwater, public facilities, and playgrounds. Specifically, community development block grant dollars have been invested in such things as this very building, Deerfield Hills Community Center, the Economic Opportunity Zone off of Academy Boulevard, the bike lane recently installed on Jetwing Drive, and the Thrive Entrepreneurship Program with Pikes Peak Community College and Harrison School District 2. These are just a few examples of the public-private partnerships that are occurring in this area of our city. And of course, additional funding allocated to citywide programs benefiting the southeast area include transit services, tenant-based rental assistance, code enforcement, and emergency solutions grants. It's clear that the city can bring significant leverage and influence to this effort that we're talking about today, and we look forward to the future possibilities for Southeast Colorado Springs. So my thanks again to the El Pomar Foundation for its generosity, and to the Health Department and the coalition partners for their vision and dedication to assist in the development of Southeast Colorado Springs. Thank you.
Thank you. We went up and down and up. Thank you, Mayor Suthers, for your kind words. At this point, if the media has a couple of questions, any of us are willing to take it, including Mina, Dave, Aubrey, or Janet, because they're probably more qualified. So, and if there are no questions, I'm sure that folks will be around for a few minutes if there are follow-on questions. Thank you very much for joining us today, and enjoy this beautiful Colorado day.